Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next episode of the Gameacologists. I'm John, and I'm here with the master of man parts, Matt. And,
What the fuck?
and, we have two special guests with us today. Ed is returned for the third or fourth time. Say hi, Ed.
Hello.
And now, joining us from the Media Buff, putting another stone in my Media Buff Infinity Gauntlet, we have Omar, the guy whose voice makes me always think, keep going, I'm almost there. Um, welcome,
But never
welcome.
reaches the end.
Damn, just like that. Whoa.
It's
Yeah.
supplemental. It's
Got
supplemental.
keep him coming back. That's why.
Yeah. You need a good supplemental. Your voice is bacon in the sandwich.
Bacon.
Anyway, Matt, what are we talking about today? That was
Apparently
probably
man-
one of my best intros right there. I fucking nailed that.
Apparently, man parts now.
The master of man parts. I have a new one for every episode.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Did not see that one coming.
Neither
I
did
have-
she.
Yeah, I have more. This will be a running theme for season 2. Anyway, what are we talking about, Matt?
We're talking about hack and slash and brawlers and their definitions. What is what? Are they interchangeable or are they two separate things?
What prompted us? Something prompted us to
Okay.
make this episode.
We on the media buff were talking about something, and then I said that like Devil May Cry or some sort of game like that was like a brawler, and Omar's like, "No, you're wrong. That's a hack and slash." And then John brought that up because he listened to the episode, and John and I argue about that, and then I started to think about it,
We fought.
and we did. It got brutal. And then I was like, you know what? The more I think about this, Omar's fucking wrong.
That's what had happened. Matt is blowing it a little out of proportion. It was like a maybe
I have to embellish the story.
It was
get people
like-
interested.
Bellish.
it was like a
Yeah.
20-second segment on one of your guys' episodes where Matt had brought up Devil May Cry and said it was a brawler, and you, Omar, said it's not a brawler, it's a hack and slash, and then
Labeled hack and slash.
after I finished listening to the episode, I called Matt and I was like, "Hey, brawlers and hack and slashes to me are the same thing." That was my side of the argument, that it's a jacuzzi hot tub situation. Like all hot tubs are jacuzzis, but not all. I said that backwards. Yeah, and me and Matt argued for an unhealthy amount of time over something that you probably forgot you even said, because it was just like,
Yeah, that's not surprising considering Matt tends to forget almost everything.
oh yeah, we like literally, I was at work. I listened to you guys at work, and I listened to the episode and called Matt, and my entire shift was the episode, which is about an hour long, and then like 7 hours of me and Matt
Dude,
just
we were
yelling at
on
each.
we were on Google fucking
So
sending the
you-
definitions.
You guys were on a 7-hour argument based on a 20-second like snippet of our episode.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
Wow.
This is how your work affects the world around you.
Well,
This
then,
is this is what
It
happens.
drives wedges between friends.
All right, I can't give you an exact definition, but I could give you specific games that define what a brawler is and what a hack and slash is.
Well, we could try to. My argument is that when I think of a brawler, it's a game where you use physical attacks to progress through the game, and you gain experience points or some kind of, maybe the red orb things in Devil May Cry or the blood in God of War and stuff, some kind of experience currency system, and unlock new skills and fight moves and move forward. And a hack and slash is just that with swords.
In a sense, yes, but the whole experience thing, that's RPG elements. They don't have to have the RPG elements in order to be one or the other. A specific or a perfect example of what a brawler video game would be Streets of Rage. It's usually side scrolling. It's usually like basic combos. You could do team ups. It's on an isometric plane. You could move up and down, or like the classic Ninja Turtles games, like Turtles in Time. That's
More
more
or the
conservative
old
brawler.
arcades.
Yes, that's more considered a brawler. Hack and slash usually do have the RPG elements like Devil May Cry, like the Dynasty Warriors games, God of War. Those are hack and slash games because they focus primarily on exuberant combos, flashy graphics and effects, and
But
usually like going up against mobs or waves of enemies. But
okay, I understand that.
hack
But
and
when
slashes are
you
also more fast paced in comparison to brawlers. Brawlers are a little bit more stiff, like more arcade style games.
okay, well, have you ever played Splatterhouse for on the PS3?
No,
That
Ooh, it's a good one. Sorry.
it's a good one. But it's everything that you described for a hack and slash to be, but you use your fist in that game.
you don't necessarily have to have a bladed weapon because again, Dynasty Warriors they have fighters who use punches and kicks. They use
But
those and
hack and
use
slash usually indicates a bladed weapon.
usually yes, but like
You can't hack and slash
Fight,
with the
fight.
baseball bat.
so long as the main basically like so long as the main character has access to a type of bladed type of weapon, but for the most part, so long as the combos or the attacks are flashy, essentially, that's more considered a hack and slash because you could run through it mindlessly, whereas with like brawlers, you technically kind of had to think a bit technically.
I never
Depending,
think during a brawler. I
you
just
never
hit the
think
punch
period,
button.
Matthew.
That's not true.
I
That
like
is very true.
I could solve puzzles in Resident Evil.
You
you.
cannot put the square into the round hole.
You
Yes, you can.
the last. I would like to throw in that
There's a video that proves you can.
the last time you played Resident Evil, you called me while I was at work, and I talked you through the entire game from
That
so
was
I
the
can do
first
it.
one. That was the first one, and that was fun.
As I'm making fun of you for it, I did enjoy doing that. It was better than just doing my job. I had to talk about Resident Evil the whole time.
And also, it made it so much easier. Like the first Resident Evil is the only one I haven't beaten like 100 times. Like all the other ones, I can run through. This is the first one. I'm like, I'll call John.
I was gonna say like there's also like another subgenre of brawlers, and that's also a type of fighting type game like Brawlhalla or Smash Brothers.
I
I thought those are just platform fighting games.
I call them
Mm,
Smash clones.
yes, Brawlhalla is a Smash
Like,
clone, yes, but it also fits into the brawler segment.
yeah, I could see that, especially like was it Smash Brothers, the one for the Wii? I think it's Brawl, where
Brawl.
it's one player campaign is just a fucking beat 'em up. It's
Mhm.
cool. I love the cutscenes.
Yeah.
That shit was awesome. They need to do more of that, but I digress. So when it comes to defining our terms, I like to think of so there's like hack and slash and beat 'em ups, and there's a big blanket that says brawler thrown over those and all the other
Well, I
ones. So
think you kind of have that backwards. I think brawlers and hack and slashes are both beat 'em ups. I think the beat 'em up is like the main category, and then you have like the different genres below that.
The beat 'em ups are more like how I was saying is like the Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, the Scott Pilgrim games. Those are side scroller beat 'em ups or
Right.
side scroller brawlers.
yeah,
Because when I was looking up the definition for like Devil May Cry of like how it's a hack and slash, it did say that it was a beat 'em up that's a hack and slash. So
when it comes to 2D side scrolling brawlers or beat 'em ups, the distinction that I usually make, like so Double Dragon on NES is it's only one player because reasons, but it now
because reasons.
it has an experience bar. As you defeat enemies and progress through the game, you get more and more experience points, and every time it goes up a level, you get a new move like the rising knee or the jumping kick or the spin kick, or you can headbutt people. The game doesn't really tell you what you're getting. You have to just know, or I guess have the instruction manual. But Double Dragon 2 on the NES, well, it does bring back the multiplayer. It ditches that experience meter. You don't learn new moves as you progress through the game. You just already have everything you're going to have. And Double Dragon 1 would fit in my head in more of the brawler category because of the RPG elements. And Double Dragon 2 would be, I don't want to say thoughtless, but you don't have to think so much about like, oh, I want to level up and make sure I play the game a certain way. It's just plow through it as fast as you can. Less thought, more punch. And
Yeah,
that
like
to me would be a beat 'em up.
yeah, like what's that game? With the toads.
Battletoads.
Battletoads.
Battletoads, yeah.
Mac 2. So
What do you think, Ed? You've been awfully quiet.
you think beat 'em ups and brawlers, the way I've defined them, do you think there is a difference between those two games, or am I just comparing apples and oranges? I don't know
I
if I
think
used that saying
I
right.
think beat 'em up is the core. Like that's the main genre or main subject. Kind of like how it's rock and then it has all the subgenres.
Mhm.
So beat 'em ups would probably be the core because you're a character beating up other things, whether it's a demon, street toughs, creatures, whatever, and you're doing it in a either combative style where it's either fast paced, technical, or just plain insane like Devil May Cry. The subgenre would be just that, like where the brawler would be, where it's just fisticuffs, and then the slasher is just using the sword because there's games that you can use a sword. You have a sword, but you can also use your fist, like the original God of War games. You can literally get giant knuckles
Or
that have
Hercules.
line faces. Yeah, line faces, and you can beat the crap out of enemies. But you can also use your chain swords. And at one point, you literally do get a big ass sword that you can go around hacking, slashing. So if you're gonna categorize God of War into a slasher or a beat 'em up or a brawler, that one's technically all three. There's just different games that focus more on specific elements. Like I don't know, off the top of my head, all the Monster Hunter games would probably be all three genres as well because you can use a sword, you can use blade weapons, projectiles, you can use blunt weapons like hammers and whatnot. Whereas a game like Stellar Blade, she straight up just uses a sword the entire time. That's all she uses. She can use other items as well, but 90% of the combat is with a sword. So that's my take on that. Like there is the main thing is just you going around beating the crap out of things. So that's the core genre, the beat 'em up. And then the subgenre is like if it's a brawler, you're using your fist. If it's a slasher, you're using swords.
So
Because
Matt,
there's even brawlers with guns. I'm literally playing a brawler game where my character she uses guns to beat the crap out of enemies. So
Oh,
you can get crazy with it.
Matt's plan here is he wants me and Omar to argue for 2 hours, and I'm hoping that we become best friends and turn on Matt and it blows up in his face.
Oh, that's gonna be easy.
This would be
Well,
so easy.
the only reason that wouldn't happen is because Omar doesn't lose his cool when somebody voices their opinion,
There
and it
are
doesn't coincide with his.
there
He'll
are
he'll
things
argue with you, but he's not gonna straight up be like, "I'm gonna fight you now."
there are
I
things you've said
don't do
on
that.
there's things you've said on Media Buff that I have disagreed with, but honestly, I don't really remember. This one was big because it caused a big fight with me and Matt. We almost broke up, dude. Like,
Bro, her sister was a witch. Hold on.
none of them have been like, I'm losing sleep at night and I'm so angry with you. I don't even remember. I know there was
It's like,
something in the. I gotta listen to the Castlevania
Get to
episode again. There was
Uno
something in
for
there.
free on Xbox.
Comes free with your fucking Xbox.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
know. Oh, good.
What?
Good times.
This is top tier content. You wouldn't get it.
No, but still, like hack and slash usually does revolve around a character, the main character focusing on using a bladed weapon as their main weapon. But they do have access to other weapons, like how Ed was saying. God of War, the original ones, is a hack and slash game because you start off with the Blades of Chaos. But you
Yeah.
do get access to blunt weapons or the fists or even a giant ass sword. But the main focus of it is that it's a hack and slash. Brawlers, or at least like side-scrolling brawlers, the ones I'm thinking about mostly are like, again, like the Streets of Rage, the Turtle in Time kind of games. Those are side-scrolling brawlers because you just fucking beat the crap out of people. Even the NES Power Rangers or the Reader's Rewind games, those were
Yeah.
side-scrolling brawlers. But like a brawler in general, like a brawler type game, will be Smash Brothers, Brawlhalla, like the brawler fighters, I guess you could call them, because it's not like it's not going to be like a 1v1 with Tekken or Mortal Kombat. It's a mosh pit of fucking fighters against each other.
A la Brawl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say I can make that argument. I've always thought of brawlers are the basically beat 'em ups with RPG elements in there. And then when it moved into 3D, things like Splatterhouse is a good example of like, yeah, it's the same as like your Devil May Cry and stuff. You gain experience points and you gain different techniques as you progress through the game. But it's in 3D. So like moving into 3D, what are other ones that would just be straight up like, because how do I say what I want to say? That's a 3D brawler.
Right.
And not a hack and slash game. If I were to organize those games on my shelf, I would have it right next to Devil May Cry. If I organized them by genre, I would have them all like on. I'd have Devil May Cry sitting up there next to Ninja Gaiden and Splatterhouse, and maybe probably even Dynasty Warriors. It's a different style, like it's a different format of the same thing.
Yeah, it is a different style because it's more. I guess you could say it's more RPG focused, but it's also mob focused because it's you versus millions of people in Dynasty Warriors. And then there's a million type of bit different characters that you could choose from. Whereas like standard hack and slashes, you only have a small focus of characters that you could choose or just one character.
Yeah, I liked your guys' episode about what other IPs would make good Dynasty Warriors games. I know that's probably old.
That was like one of our first ones.
Yeah, it was.
I listened to that one.
That was a really fun episode.
It's a good idea. That was a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do more of those. We should do more of those.
We should have another episode like that.
That's what this podcast is. Now Matt does those over here.
Yeah.
Where is Bloodstained? I'm Bloodstained. He's making dating apps with you.
Bloodstained and Castlevania would actually make really, really good Dynasty Warriors style games. Same with the Mega Man series.
Yeah.
That would be cool. So, what was the first brawler or hack and slash you guys ever played?
Definitely didn't just read that from the notes. Authenticity. Like
that's one of our talking points. Why write them if we don't use them?
I'm gonna put the word segue in between each talking point, so you know to like.
It was a segue, but you had to ruin the illusion.
What was the first? I was kidding. But anyway,
very monotonous and robotic.
The question still stands on what was the first brawler or hack and slash games, or the earlier ones you guys remember playing.
Well, for me,
go man. Go on.
I was gonna say, like, for me, the first ones that I do remember playing were like the NES Ninja Turtles games.
I was thinking those two.
Those were my first side scroller brawlers. Same with like the Streets of Rage and Golden Axe, even fucking Altered Beast.
Would that the Ninja Turtles? Would that start? Would you include the first one for the NES? I mean, it kind of is. It's the game's odd.
I guess that game is like
I would call it a Metroidvania style brawler.
It's
kind of
it's a Ninja Gaiden clone because I'm pretty sure Ninja Gaiden came out first.
Yeah, because it was a Konami thing.
Yeah.
The first Ninja Turtles game, the one that you're talking about, is the one that's extremely fucking difficult. And
yes,
the best character to use was Donatello, right?
Yeah, because of the stick.
Yeah, I never beat that one, but it was one of the first ones I did play.
I did beat that one. It was annoying.
You beat it? Why?
Yeah. Because I had it and I had nothing else to play, so I'm like, okay. Well, and then when I realized that Donatello was broken, I'm like, oh well, I'm just gonna do that.
Well, it's also available in that Ninja Turtle collection now.
Yes, it is the Cowabunga collection.
I want to get that.
I have that game physically.
I do too. I'm trying to find. Oh, I see it.
Same. I also have Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah, I want to get that one too.
Good. All good. Oh, those are brawlers, by the way.
This one.
Yeah, that one.
Actually, one of the first brawlers I ever played and beat was actually the Simpsons one, the one where Maggie gets kidnapped by Smithers.
Yeah, the
arcade one. Yeah, I think it took me $5 to beat it because it was the nickel arcade. It was the nickel arcade. So
the nickel arcade. What are you, 80?
I'm 40. Yeah, for sure. I'm almost at 80. I'm halfway there.
Back in my day, Ninja Turtles cost a nickel.
Back in my day, there was this place called Family Fun Center where everything was a nickel.
I remember Family Fun Center. Dude, you guys remember the Tilt?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mission Valley.
That place was awesome, man. I was really sad when it got shut down.
That was the only place we were able to play virtual on.
Yes. It was one of the few places that had it. And it had all the Marvel vs. games, like even Marvel vs. SNK, which was pretty impressive. But as far as slashers go, one of the first slashers I ever played was a game called 99 Nights.
Oh, I remember that one.
I wouldn't call it a slasher, but it had, you know, you go around killing hordes of enemies. I remember thinking, I'm like, this game feels like this one other game somebody told me about, and I think it was you, Omar, because I think I had mentioned, I'm like, yeah, I'm playing this game called 99 Nights. I'm like, oh, like Dynasty Wars. I'm like, oh, okay.
Hmm.
I just remember thinking, I'm like, huh, I wonder if there's more games like that, and there's like a plethora of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to my first hack and slasher for a while. Like, I didn't really, unless you want to count Zelda.
No,
Would you
that's
count
not.
that as a
Not
hack and
really.
slash?
No.
No. Mm-mm.
And then there you
Hack
go.
and slash didn't really become popular until like the PS2 type era.
Yeah,
With it was Devil May Cry that popularized the hack and
I kind
slash.
of figured as much.
Devil May Cry and the Dynasty Warriors, and then that's how we ended up getting like clones of the Devil May Cry games, Dynasty
Mhm.
Warriors. That hell, we even got clones of God of War because I was like that came right after essentially.
Mhm.
Right.
What about Strider 2 on the PS1?
That one's more just like an action platformer.
Yeah, I mean, you use a lot of swords and enemies keep coming from the right and the left.
Yeah, but it's more like a platformer though because you do have to do a lot of jumping, a lot of platforming.
Yeah,
It's basically just like the first Strider game, just
that
with up.
game is weird.
That game was great though.
I liked it.
Yeah, the PS1 version, I think it's a straight port of the arcade, and sometimes when they did that, they gave you infinite lives.
Mhm.
Instead of putting in a quarter, you just press start. So like I was able to beat Strider 2, but I don't feel good about it. Like I just kept
No,
hitting start. Like
you know that Strider came out with the Metroidvania and right?
yes, I played that on PS3.
I
That
haven't
was a
finished
good one
it yet
too.
though, but it was a good game.
Yeah, it
That was a good
was.
one too. They're fun. They're fun.
Mhm.
Like
But
especially when he just does his insane combos, just goes broke, go for broke.
go for broke. Yep.
Mhm.
Um,
Uh,
I'd say that my first hack and slash would have to be either the Dynasty Warriors or Devil May Cry because I played them both around the same era with PS2,
Mhm.
Hmm.
and ever since I saw like well my cousin was the one who had the PS2 before I did, and I would always go over to his house after school because he lived right by Hoover.
I went
So
to
after
Hoover.
school, we'd walk over to his place, and then he would be playing Devil May Cry, and he would ask me for help because he couldn't like do with like some of the combos or some of the platforming, and I'm like, this is fucking amazing. And then I see gameplay footage of the Dynasty Warriors games because I like the artwork, I like and then I tried it out when I finally got my PS2. And no, I didn't start playing Dynasty Warriors until PS3, I think. Yeah, I didn't get it until the PS3.
Yeah, because didn't you start with the Gundam Dynasty Warriors?
No, I started off with Dynasty Warriors 6.
Ah, okay.
And then when I saw they had a Gundam game, I'm like, I need that in my life. And it was amazing.
oh, mine was
Yeah.
Double Dragon
Your
and
mom's
Devil
a-
May Cry.
You only
Actually,
play. Oh,
the first brawler I ever played was Double Dragon and Battletoads.
I like
Battletoads
I like Battletoads.
notorious.
NES or Super Nintendo?
The Super
NES.
Nintendo version.
SNES.
Yeah.
Is it Double Dragon versus Battletoads, or is it just called Double Dragon Battletoads?
It's Battletoads and Double Dragon. Battletoads
Yeah.
slash Double Dragon.
I
Because
think
they're
it was like
buddies.
2 separate games or something.
That's thinking water or not jet ski level.
Jetpack Joy.
That's
Oh
thinking
yeah.
such a pain in the ass, dude.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like looking back at it, I'm like, I can't believe I was able to beat this without cheating.
Dude, that fucking because I play that game with my brother because it's a 2-player game. And, like that jet ski level had us fucking throwing on controllers
Oh, yeah. Like I still every now and then will have flashbacks of it every now and then, especially if you're playing a game where the screen is limited and something's coming at you really fast. I hate
Yeah.
levels like that. I hate levels like that.
We're like,
feel
fuck
like
this, let's play Star Fox.
I feel like
Do a barrel roll.
Formula One racers should play games like that because your reflexes will get honed phenomenally by mastering something like that, and the Lion King monkey level where you're being thrown around. No. The ostrich level when you're running through the thing, you have to jump up and down. Those levels were annoying as hell. They were a pain in the ass.
Or the freaking the Cave of Wonders from Aladdin.
Oh my god, I forgot about that one. Don't even remind me.
Which one? The Super
The-
Nintendo?
Aladdin for the
Sega
SNES.
Genesis,
I
NES, Super NES one.
Yeah, and
I
Sega
love that
Genesis when
game.
you're getting out of the
I know,
cave.
right?
Dude, such an annoying level. it actually it's one of the few levels that actually transitions from the side scroll to the first person
Yep.
view. That was really impressive for the time. Like I still applaud to that because when that happened, when that shift happened, it took me for a loop, and I'm like, what just happened? And I thought I crashed, but I mean, I crashed obviously afterwards because I was trying to focus and get my bearings back. But I remember even as a kid, I'm like, that was really cool. Like, I can't believe we beat those things like without either using cheats or mapping out the damn thing.
Game Genie.
Game genie. Or if you get the rare collector edition for the Xbox, it has the game Battletoads, and it has this function where you can rewind 30 seconds. So if you're playing that super water level and you crash, you just rewind it and try it again.
A lot of games that get updated for like the current generation consoles have that feature now.
Because they know that we just don't have the patience for that anymore. We don't have the thumb skill for it anymore. Our reflexes
You know.
Who's this
are
we?
Oh my god, I wish that because I've been beating yesterday I beat the original Metal Gear for the MSX and I'm doing Metal Gear 2 and there's this part where like you have to go through there's like a swamp with quicksand, but it's a hidden path you have to take and I get all the way to the end of it and I get to a boss and I die and it sends me back to the beginning like there's the checkpoint is too far away and
it's annoying.
I've died a couple of times and I was like I just got to put this down and walk away because I don't want to do like I looked up the map for like because I didn't want to deal with the swamp again, and it just takes me forever to get to the boss, and then I die and I load up again,
Yeah,
and I'm
that
just
level
like
was annoying too.
fucking bullshit.
I feel like back then they just deliberately developers deliberately tried to annoy us.
I'm gonna beat it, but not all at once.
Also, I mean, I guess the satisfaction of finally beating it was the high that we were chasing.
That game has Morse code in it that you have
Yes,
to
it
know.
does.
Like
You have to.
I googled
Well,
it. I was fuck
if
that.
you buy the game, like when you bought the game originally, it has in the little booklet that it comes with, it has the key for Morse code. So you were supposed to use that.
It's in the main menu in the because I'm playing off the Legacy Collection for
Okay.
Metal Gear
Well,
Solid.
when you had the original game, you came with the instruction booklet. It had that on there.
Yeah.
So I learned how to do Morse code because of that game.
I just googled it. I was like, no.
I haven't played it.
Huh?
I haven't played it.
Oh, okay.
It's
What
I've
were we
been
talking
thinking
about?
of the first Brawlers or hack and slash games we ever played. I think mine was probably Battletoads and Battle Maniacs for Super Nintendo. Battletoads were surprisingly big for what pieces of shit those games are.
Yeah.
Everybody knows them, but they're garbage. Try to play them now, you'll hate it. But
Yeah,
The
you will.
only one that was good though was when was the Double Dragon one. I think that's because it had Double Dragon. What are their names? Bill and what?
Billy and Jimmy. I think
Yeah.
it's better.
It's. I mean, it's the best piece of shit out of the pieces of shit.
Then I went on to going on to PS1 though, I started playing games that are I guess you can argue are platformers or hack and slash or brawlers, kind of something like Brave Fencer Musashi. There was a game called Ninja where you play as like a blue ninja and you like keep moving forward and killing enemies with swords and throwing knives and Strider 2, like I mentioned earlier. There was a lot of good stuff on PS1. It really went in a better direction when PS2 with Dynasty Warriors, Devil May Cry, things, God of War especially, kind of made those ones I mentioned forgettable. But we didn't have a PS2 when I was a kid. I had PS1.
Freaking another good action platformer on the PS1 was Soul Reaver.
I have that. So it's there. I've been thinking about getting the remaster.
I haven't played it yet. I didn't want to get it.
Well, it's the only one in the franchise I've ever actually played. I've been thinking about getting the remaster just because, like, I got the Tomb Raider ones, and with better graphics, I was able to actually see what I like. I can't figure out the puzzle of the room if I can't tell what the fuck I'm looking at.
Basically,
like, is that a bird or is that a dog? Like, but it helps.
No, I have I have Soul Reaver 1 and 2 physical copy and Defiance. I just don't have the Blood Omen games.
The first Blood Omen game it's a top down.
I know, because Soul Reaver was supposed to be something completely different, but then they were like, you know what? Let's just continue it on with the Legacy of Kain style.
Yeah, like that was like a huge shock to me. Like, cause I never played the first Legacy of King game.
Bam.
And I remember
Mhm.
playing
Yep.
Soul Reaver and Legacy of King 2, where it's like, like the early 3D type game. And then I saw it was on the PlayStation for free on the PlayStation Plus. I downloaded it, I start playing it. I'm like, holy shit, this is a top down? That's fucking awesome.
Hmm.
Would you consider Legacy of Kain's Soul Reaver a hack and slash game? You do get a sword later, but you also have those spears you can yank off the wall and very specific methods you have to use to kill the enemies because they're vampires.
Not
Yeah.
exactly no, because it's not there's no real like RPG experience kind of thing like how most hack and slashes do. It's more like a Gothic Legend of Zelda style game because you had to go around and get defeat certain bosses to get a new ability or a new weapon in order to
Yeah.
access or traverse new terrains to go to the next boss, so on and so forth. It's essentially a Gothic Legend of Zelda game.
Yeah.
At least Soul Reaver 1 and 2. Because
I'm
like, Soul Reaver, the first one reminds me of Ocarina of Time a lot. Because you know how in Ocarina of Time you had to switch between young Link and old Link
Yeah.
or adult Link. And Soul Reaver, you got to switch between the material realm and the spirit realm in order to traverse through different paths, unlock different openings.
Yeah, I hope with the remaster, I don't care how pretty they make the graphics, the draw distance is what kills me in that game. That's why I get so fucking turned around in the PS1 version because it's kind of like, at Turok, everything was foggy because they couldn't render it all at once. So that was like how
Yeah.
they compensated for that. The draw distance, like that. And so if I could see be like, oh, I already went to that place that's way the hell down there. But in the PS1 version, you can't see way the hell down there. So I make a lot of wrong turns, get stuck and get lost. And I think that would be a complete game changer. Just fix the draw distance.
I think they did do a lot of fixes like that in the remaster. Like what are they called again? Uh, quality of life benefit or
Yeah.
enhancements, shit like that. Because for one, they did fix like a few of the glitches that were persistent in the original game. I just need to play it now because I think it's on sale right now. I'm gonna have to download it. But it's just because I've been waiting for a physical copy to be released.
There's a physical copy. It's like a collector's edition. It's not
Yeah,
a typical case. It's a fat one.
yeah, that's my issue. I was like, I just want the physical copy. I like physical copies of games. I don't like downloads.
Consistency.
Exactly.
Yeah. Would you guys consider the Diablo games hack and slash?
No.
Yeah, I would.
I thought it was just dungeon crawlers.
Yeah.
Well,
For
yeah. I mean, you mentioned Golden Axe earlier, and that's kind of a similar play style.
But like when I play Diablo 3, it's like one of those RPGs where it's like isometrical.
Yeah.
the roguelites.
Yeah, roguelikes. But
I thought roguelike was like if you die, you go back to the beginning of the game.
no, roguelikes nowadays are more like when you die, the environment changes.
It's randomized.
Yeah, it's randomized.
Oh, okay.
That's a roguelike. And they're like Hades, but Diablo shares like that type of like top-down isometrical, I forget the word I'm looking for, style. But it's Skyrim essentially.
Yeah. Did
Because you have
Did you guys ever
different
play
classes and
Final
shit.
Fight
Yeah.
Yeah.
with Cody and was it Guy?
No,
And,
Terry.
No, who's the
Gary.
guy is I think he was in Final Fight. There's
Theo.
the big dude that's
Hagar.
in
Hagar.
yeah.
Wait,
Hagar.
I thought Final Fight is where Terry Bogart's from.
At least some
Yeah,
S
and
and
King.
K.
No,
Yeah.
Final
I think-
Fight is aren't they related to the SNK and the
Yeah.
King of
Fatal- and
Fighters.
King of Fighters.
Well, King of Fighters is like all the SNK
character,
like
and then
characters.
Fatal Fury is Terry's main line.
Fatal
That's
Fury.
the one.
That's
Yeah.
the one
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
But
Fucking-
Final Fight was kind of like the Double Dragon.
Yeah, I don't remember if you gain
Wait,
new
Final Fight
techniques or
is more
anything.
like wait.
It's a
uh,
brawler or beat 'em up.
Brawler.
I'd say
Yeah.
I would call it a beat 'em up.
I
I
think
was
you
thinking,
start the game in a bar and you a fight breaks out.
Roadhouse.
Yeah. You know
Roadhouse.
they should have made a Roadhouse beat 'em up game. That would have been cool.
I said that on a previous episode where you kind of stand in the room as the bouncer and you look around and the level will play out like a Hitman game, and you have to look for different behaviors that basically look for who am I going to beat up. It's not like how do I keep
Well,
this safe, just like which one's the guy that's going to fuck up.
That'd be
or
cool.
like, or you follow Dalton rules where like you don't fight unless you absolutely
Mhm.
have to. So you gotta like maybe try to de-escalate the situation, get rid of the person.
Yeah, like depending on the dialogue, you get different outcomes. That actually would be cool.
Yeah.
There are some brawlers that I think so you remember when there was I don't know if they even still do this, but movie tie-in games where especially like Marvel movies, every time one would
Mhm.
come out, there would be a brawler that was attached to it. I liked the Captain America one because I always was like, why just give me a guy with a shield that you can bounce off of people and make it the same generic bullshit that Thor and Fantastic Four and all these other games got, and I'd be happy, and it was exactly what I asked for.
Mhm.
But X-Men Origins, I think the Wolverine one stands out as the best of those, but they don't do things like that anymore, do they? Like, are they still crapping out movie tie-in games and
Nah, they stopped doing that a while ago.
were there
Although the X-Men Wolverine, that was a good hack and slash game.
yeah,
That was a very good hack and slash game.
were there any of those outside of X-Men Origins Wolverine that you guys enjoyed? And there is a million to pick from. Any bare bones action movie got one of those back in like the early mids, like
Spider, the
especially the
Spider,
PS3 era.
the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man games were pretty fun.
Yeah.
Those were good beat 'em up.
The RoboCop and Terminator games for the NES.
Ah, yes.
Oh
So
my God.
good.
Yeah.
Also, those in NES Batman Returns game. There was a side scroller brawler that
I remember that
I
one.
would always.
I have it.
Okay. Even though it was a
That
piece
one.
of shit, like
No.
I mean the movie, Wolverine X-Men Origin.
Yeah, we just mentioned that one.
Oh fuck. Wait,
Yeah,
Hey Matt,
I was not
this
remember
Batman.
the Matt, remember the what you call it, the Batman and the Batman Forever video game for my Sega Genesis?
Yeah,
We used to
I
play.
remember
Yeah.
that one. That
The
Oh
was a
Mortal
good
my
one.
Kombat
God.
one? The Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat
That was a
one?
good one.
That
was a
one
very good
so
one.
fun though.
It was.
Especially when
It
you
was a
glided,
shitty game,
when you
but
glided
it
with
was
the
good.
wing, with the cape.
That
That
was the
is a
one
brawler.
where Batman like shoots his dick.
Yeah,
You
that's the one, Matt. That's the one. Because
It's
the way
like
that Batman would stance when he shot his grappling hook on the,
Yeah,
it
it
looked
did
He
not
like
look
pointed
right.
his dick to the
Yeah, it
sky.
did not look right because he would look at the direction and then something comes out from the center of his pants and you're like, what?
and it was weirder with freaking Robin because he had his bow staff and he used his bow staff as a grappling hook because it
Oh
shot
my
out a
goodness.
wire like Daredevil.
Good
Hey,
times,
but
good
that
times.
game was fun though because we had to find like hidden objects and
Ah,
the screen would obscure like certain openings that you had to find yourself.
Yeah, that shit was annoying. It's
plus
like,
the music was actually pretty good too.
It was.
uh, like you would just get lucky. Like, oh, that's where you're supposed to go.
Basically, yeah.
It actually that game reminded me of the old Dick Tracy from the NES. I don't know if you guys ever played it, where you would have to go to different building. It
I
was
have
like
it.
a sandbox game. It was like a sandbox game, and you drive around, and then you would go to each building. And each building, you had to flush out the enemy, and basically arrest your rogues gallery. But it was a pretty cool game, and that Batman game kind of reminded me of that because you weren't you able to drive around with the Batmobile too
Not in
No.
this one that we were talking about.
on that one. Oh,
No.
could have sworn there was one where you could like it was sandbox style, and you go to different buildings, and each building,
Oh, I played that. It's on PS1.
yeah, that's the Batman one.
That was that had what was the one where Mr. Freeze is the villain? I think it's
That was
Batman and
Batman and
Robin.
Robin.
Yeah,
It was Batman and Robin. Okay,
it was
that's the one I'm thinking
associated with
about.
that one.
That was a fun one. That was a fun one, especially the driving around because it was one of the first games you could drive around with the Batmobile.
Yeah.
hmm
So those are good brawlers and hack and slashes.
Mhm.
That's a genre that's never gonna die. Like it's never gonna die.
It's like an easy cash cow. That's why.
It really is, and you can make older ones out right now, and they'll do well. Like if you were to remaster, let's say Punch Out,
Mhm.
you put Mike Tyson in the for reals this time, it'll be a lot of fun.
That's
Although
a
I don't
rhythm.
know,
It's a rhythm game.
Although they did
it's a
try
rhythm game.
It's a
They
rhythm
did-
game.
They did try like remastering the Golden Axe games into 3D back in the
That's right.
back in the PS3 era, but it didn't take
remember that
off
one.
because it was gaudy.
I remember that one.
But if they had the right company and the
Uh-huh.
right developers, and they had the right, the right people, they could make Golden Axe into a new staple or revive it as a staple series again.
And that was considered a brawler too, which is pretty funny
Yeah, side
considering
scrolling brawler.
the name of it.
Oh yeah, because it's named
You know
after a
what game
blade.
they need to bring back?
Which one?
River City Ransom.
He's
Kinda
reading from
said-
he's reading from the notes again.
Shut the fuck up, John.
Yeah, because you saw him looking down on his phone, huh?
Yeah, it's on the.
Stop ruining the illusion for the
We made
listeners.
we made a list with just random game. That's what that list is at the bottom.
Yeah, and you fucking get to read from it, and then but when I do it, it's like, oh, he's reading.
I
Like,
do.
you're amazed I can read.
I don't have
Oh,
River City Ransom, but I
One
have
other
Super
one other
Dodgeball.
hack and slash game that I liked that I played early on was the Blood Rain game, where they try to
Holy
have the
shit.
female vampire protagonists go around killing vampire Nazis. We
Wearing
are nuts.
fucking nothing.
are Nazis and we are vampires.
I was hanging out with a girl once, and she was just in a bad mood, and I was just like, what the hell is your problem? And there was the billboard for the Blood Rain movie, and she pointed at it, and I will never look at that title the same way again.
Yeah, I
Because
know
she's
why.
like, I'm like, what's your issue? Like, what's going on with you? Why are you so crabby? And she just like points at the
Blood
Blood
Rain.
Rain. I'm like,
I can
Okay.
only imagine.
Yeah, those movies are fucking terrible.
I didn't
they
watch
are
them.
they are the
I didn't watch
worst. They are
I-
worse. They
I-
make bad acting look good in porno movies. But that's just how bad the dialogue, the
editing,
props,
the direction.
editing, the music, so bad. But
It's all
I mean-
bad. Oh my god.
yeah, but the Blood Rain game was okay. The second one sucked. I only played it a little bit. I didn't care for it, but it was one of the few slasher games. I think I got it. I had it on the GameCube.
They
Back when the
spawn-
GameCube.
I don't think I've
Actually
ever
had
actually
mature
played
games.
Blood Rain, but
I didn't
There
either.
there is a Blood Rain Metrovania on the Switch that I want to get.
Oh yeah, I seen that one. It actually
There
does
is?
look pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah,
you play as a girl and it's side scroller, but it's similar to just a Metroidvania game, or like you level up your Alpha blades.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Is she naked?
no, she's not naked. She's not naked in the first one either.
I know that, but she's close to it.
No,
Isn't that
she
the
was-
Laura Croft?
She was wearing a leather pants and a leather tank top. I don't see what was naked
Oh,
about that.
right, yeah. No, well, no, in the second, was it the second or
It was the
third
second
game?
one. She was wearing a freaking dress, like a sequence dress. I'm like, why?
Yeah, at the beginning. Well, you're at like a fancy party at the beginning of the
Yeah.
game. So, and like, that dress showed off so much.
I'm just surprised the fact that
I was like, well, I was a kid. I'm like,
No,
yeah.
that game was rated T for teen. I was just surprised.
I was
by
rated
that.
M.
No, I'm pretty sure it was
I'm
rated T.
100% sure that game was rated M.
100.
Oh yeah, it was rated. It was rated M. It was rated M. Man, how the hell did I get that game then?
He's
The guy just sold it to me. He's like, I don't care.
like, fucking vampires. Have fun, kid.
I don't think it's
vampire and Nazis, man. Get it right.
I think maybe stores could like fire you for selling M-rated games to kids, but it's not like you're selling them cigarettes
Back
or
then,
beer.
yeah.
Like, does it come with like potential jail time and a massive fine?
I remember years ago, my cousin, we were with one of my cousins and my older sister. We were shopping around Target and he wanted to buy a game for his Xbox. And it happened to be Castlevania Curse of Darkness. But we were only like 12 or 13 at the time, and it's a rated T game. So he goes up to my sister, who's older than us, and he goes like, "Hey, can you buy this game for me? Because I'm too young to it." And she's like, "Okay." I think we were at a Target.
Remember at Walmart, a guy wouldn't sell me True Crime Streets of LA for the GameCube. I had to go get my mom. She was like,
Right.
she's like, take the money, go get your game. And then I had to come back with the money and tell her, like, they won't let me get it. Like,
Yeah.
She got it. She got it for me.
I still like it when one thing I like when I work at GameStop is when an adult comes in and the kid's trying to get Grand Theft Auto, and I tell the adult, everything that the game has, and then be like, "Oh, I'm not getting it now," and the kid just looks like, "I hate you."
I had a kid. It was at Horton Plaza. He handed me $100 bill and asked me to go buy him Grand Theft Auto in the GameStop, and I tried. The guy knew. I was like, "Can I get whatever I'm getting and a copy of Grand Theft Auto? Probably 4 or 5. It was a long time ago." But he was like, "We're sold out of Grand Theft Auto." And I'm like, all right, cool. And I gave the kid the $100 bill back, but I was like, "Dude, I could fucking rip you off, like, and you couldn't. Like, this is not smart.
Mm-mm.
Don't do this." They're gonna be like, "Okay, cool," and then walked away from you. And what would you do? Nothing.
Exactly.
Like,
Nothing.
There's nothing you can do about it. Like even if you were to tell somebody, you could just be like, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know this kid.
yeah.
It's hearsay. What do you guys prefer, slashers or brawlers? I know Omar would probably prefer, slash.
It depends on the game, in all honesty.
Well, I
What
kind
do you
of
see
count them
yourself
as the
playing
same
more?
thing.
What do you see yourself playing more, Matt?
Probably hack and slash.
I'm gonna say brawlers.
And I probably play hack and slashes like a lot more. I really like how how fast paced it is, especially if like Ninja Gaiden Black.
Is that the new one?
No, that's like PS3 era.
It's a PlayStation port of Ninja Gaiden 4, I believe, or Ninja Gaiden 2, something like that, of the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
When they went 3D.
Of
I
course,
didn't really play those.
But they're
Yeah,
fucking
Sigma.
difficult
Sigma
games.
was the ports. The Ninja Gaiden Sigma games were the ports.
Yeah, Sigma had like 3.
Yeah.
What's a brawler?
iterations.
What's a brawler that you guys are playing that you guys have played recently?
That's a good question.
I know you guys play the Far. Would you consider the Far Cry games a brawler?
No,
No.
those are shooters, dude.
That's-
First person shooters. Yeah.
What about Dying Light? Especially like Dying Light 2. There's less guns.
I haven't played
Maybe.
them.
You could probably make the argument.
It's a brawler. I mean, you're using weapons to whack things. There are guns in it.
Whack.
Well, when Dying Light 2 came out, there were no guns. They patched them in
Yeah,
later.
but in Dying Light, even though there are guns, they're not as effective as the weapons you can make.
That's debatable. Depends
So
on the gun.
is Dying Light like the Rising Dead games or
No, it's first person. You parkour everywhere and
Kill zombies.
you
It's
kill
like-
zombies.
It's like Dead Island, but you can run up walls and climb on shit.
Yeah, you're more athletic.
It's a much more mobile Dead Island.
One brawler that a lot of people wouldn't even consider a brawler because it's technically a sandbox game. It's the Sleeping Dogs game. I don't know if you guys ever played that one.
Oh yeah,
True Crime 3.
Yeah, that was True Crime 3. I have
So-
Sleeping Dogs. Like that game's great.
I never finished it.
The reason I call it a brawler is because you don't really use a gun in that game. Like you can pick up a gun, like you can pick up somebody you're fighting and you can pick up their gun and use it. But the moment it runs out of ammo, he drops it and goes back to punching people. And that's all you really do.
And also on top of that, just in case you don't know, like if you you can wear different outfits, and depending on the outfit you wear, changes your martial art style.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you wear like a traditional like Chinese garbs, you use more classic kung fu. If you wear like a MMA, if you wear like a MMA type of outfit, you use an MMA style.
I did notice that. I just wasn't aware that it was because of the clothes.
Yeah, it's the clothes. Yeah.
Because yes, there is one outfit that I wear, and he does a Muay Thai stance when he's fighting.
Yeah,
and then there's another one which is like a leisure suit,
mm-hmm.
but it looks like reused outfit, and it's more Japanese style combat, which is that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like Sleeping Dogs.
It's Sleeping Dogs. It's a sandbox game. It's about an undercover cop who tries to infiltrate the Yakuza or the
Triad, because it takes place in China.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yes, it does take place.
I would
say
it's
a fun game. It came out in 2012.
It has brawler segments in it. It has
but
there's
also
obviously driving segments, and there's well, like in True Crime Streets of LA, there's like driving segments. You can free roam in the world. There's segments where there's shooting, and then there's parts where you're just like fighting guys, like a group of people in a room, like an old martial arts movie, and you use the environment. There's a lot of that in Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah,
and I would say at least for those segments, it's definitely like a really interesting kind of brawler.
But I would say that Sleeping Dogs definitely leans more into the brawler aspect, like as a whole, just because it's more focused on the martial arts of
Yeah,
the game.
because 90% of the time I'm either driving to the next mission or I'm driving because it's what the mission requires. But 90% of the time sorry, 10% of the time I'm driving, but 90% of the time I'm fighting somebody.
Yeah, and on top of that, you can go to your old dojo and you can
Learn learn better
uh,
moves.
learn better moves from your old kung fu
Mhm.
teacher.
And then
Yeah.
one particular mission I like, you're in a kitchen and you can like John said, you can use the environment around you. There's an AC unit in there, and if you time it just right, you can slam somebody's head into it.
Yeah. Or you can slam their or you could take someone and put them on a meat hook.
Oh yes, that's a bad
Yeah,
one. I forgot about that one. Yeah, I did that
that
one
game is
by mistake,
that
but
game gets brutal. It's great.
Like you're literally a cop though. Like
you're a cop, which is
Oh,
even
geez.
worse if you think about it.
in what situation I can imagine, the use of lethal force, but in what situation would a cop be like, I apprehended him the only way I could? It's fucking dangling.
You can always make it so the hook goes through the shoulder. You know, it avoids the lung and the heart, and just have him hang by his shoulder.
You're like, well, he was trying to escape. I stopped his escape.
I'd rather probably die at that point. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the same argument can be made with Batman. Like, it's like in the Injustice game when Robin's telling him, like, you won't kill anybody, but you're okay with brain damage.
Basically, yeah. He's still alive, right?
He's still alive, ain't he?
Or like the Ken Jeong meme. But did you die?
Did you die?
Yeah.
All right, what's the next segue, you guys? What's it say on the segue notes?
Well, we've talked about which one we prefer between hack and slash, brawlers, and beat 'em ups. What do you think is the best example of a hack and slash, a brawler, or a beat 'em up?
It's got to be the Devil May Cry. Like, they're such a staple that it's a household name, and a lot of the games that are made nowadays that are hack and slash, they use Devil May Cry as the base. You know, that's the formula that they use, especially the style meter. A lot of games are using the style meter now.
Yes, they
it's
are.
Kind of annoying.
Yeah, that's true. And I was going to ask, Nomar, you probably best suited to answer this question. But what about Dynasty Warriors? Because isn't Dynasty Warriors older than Devil May Cry?
Yes.
And it's also, that series has 20 games in it at least.
It's got more.
Counting.
I know there's. I'm just ballparking it. I know there's a shit ton, but
there's a mobile one for it.
They're still making them. I think there's a new Hyrule one coming out.
There's also Samurai Warriors. It's it's Dynasty Warriors, but in Japan.
Then you have Hyrule Warriors now too.
Yeah, Hyrule Warriors is Dynasty Warriors.
Dynasty Warriors. Originally, the first Dynasty Warriors game did not start off as how we know it now. It was actually a fighting game.
That's what I was trying to get at.
But Dynasty Warriors 2 was the one that started off the franchise as being a one versus an army of human creatures, whatever the fuck. And every Koei Tecmo, with the production company of Dynasty Warriors. Well, it's the Warriors genre, the Warriors game is what they're basically called.
Mm-hmm.
They have created a multitude of Warriors games, whether it's Dynasty Warriors, which takes place in China, focusing on the romance of the Three Kingdoms. Like how Matt mentioned Samurai Warriors, which focuses on the Sengoku period in Japan.
And also a bunch of different anime type of.
I was gonna say there's there's collaborations with other video games and other anime, because there's also the Fire Emblem Warriors. There's the Hyrule Warriors. There's Pirate Warriors for One Piece. There's the Gundam series, obviously my favorite. There's they also have one her game for the PS3 that takes place in during the Trojan War, Legends of Troy.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
But for the most part, there's Warrior. They also have the collaboration of the All Stars and I forgot what was it, Onimusha? No, not Onimusha. I forgot what it was called, but it's like a mix of all their crap together into one compilation, like one overarching game where you get to play as characters from the different franchises of the Warriors into one. I forgot what that was called. Why am I drawing a blank right now?
I would like to throw in a hot take here, but the remake of Devil May Cry in terms of best hack and slasher brawlers. I hated the characters, I hated the story, I hated everything they did. But play it on your PlayStation, put on Spotify, skip everything. You do not need to watch any of the cutscenes at all. I've done it multiple times. The combat feels like a real sequel to the franchise, and the platforming they added is dope as fuck. Like that's a really good game. It's just like whoever wrote it, I think it was what was it, Ninja Theory or Platinum Games?
Ninja
Whoever
Theory.
Yeah.
their writing department needs to stop. But that game was dope as fuck. Like just skip everything. Like
Well,
that's
didn't
like
they
the
use a lot
general
of the
Warriors
consensus
Orochi
for
is
that
what it's
game.
called.
didn't they use the mechanics from that game on 5?
Yes.
well, 5 felt more like kind of like 4.
Just better.
There's a main difference like so you hold L2 and R2 respectively to use light or strong attack weapons in the Devil May Cry remake. And there's one thing where like if you equip the it's like those blades like from that movie Crawl, but you throw out a shitload of them.
Mhm.
So you hit triangle twice, pause for a second, and then hit L2 and hit triangle again, and it'll shoot out and grab everybody and pull them towards you. And then you can continue your combos doing that. And like 5 doesn't really have that, and I kind of lean on that move really hard in the Devil May Cry remake,
Right.
like bring everybody closer and start hitting them with the axe.
John, to add to what you were saying, yes, I agree. I did like the DMC Devil May Cry game because the action was exactly what a Devil May Cry game was supposed to be.
Yeah.
The story was ass, yes. The characters were ass, yes. The artwork, art direction, that game could have been a completely different franchise, and it could have been it could have had a completely different name, completely different character names, whatever. Because obviously the character models are completely different.
Yeah.
And they could have started off their own franchise using with the mechanics, the core mechanics of that game. But I did like the soundtrack. The soundtrack was pretty cool. Coma Christ is a good band. But yeah, going on to what Ed was saying, so the DMC game, it had mechanics that were implemented in the Devil May Cry 4 remaster that they implemented on the PS4 remaster of Devil May Cry 4.
What did they implement? Because I have that, but I never beat that version. I got it just to get it.
It's mostly focusing on Virgil, actually. Because in DMC, Virgil had a move where he shot one of his his summon swords, and it allowed him to teleport to the enemy.
Oh,
that's something that they implemented in Devil May Cry 4 for Virgil for the special edition, and then they carried it over to Devil May Cry 5 with Virgil's techniques. Some of Virgil's techniques in the DMC were later added to the core Virgil gameplay in 4 and 5.
that's dope as fuck.
Yeah, so there was some benefits, there was some good things, and like the whole angel devil system with mechanics for Dante using different types of weapons to defeat certain types of enemies. They didn't implement that in the further games, but they did implement like the tether, like how he was able to pull himself toward like different locations using like certain like grapple points.
Right.
Yeah, that was later implemented for some of Dante's moves too.
I was gonna say that like when like even online, like when you like look at people talking about DMC, that's the general consensus is that the story and music and all that stuff, bro.
I like
all that. Well, but not everyone does, which is understandable. They yeah, the characters are ruined and all that shit, but like the gameplay was fantastic.
Yes.
Like everyone agrees on that.
I'm gonna play it again.
Like,
Yeah.
but but yeah, everyone's so disappointed that they fucked up the characters, but people do go back to it just for the gameplay.
Yeah,
because like
how
good it is.
The weapons were like somewhat unique. Like obviously Dante still had his traditional ebony and ivory, his rebellion, his gauntlet moves, and then his shotgun. Those are Dante's staples. In every game, he has to have a version of those 4 weapons.
Yeah.
But that heavy ass axe that he gets for the demon side, or the scythe that he uses for the angel side. My favorite weapon to use were the freaking throwing blades.
Yeah.
Those were fun.
That was I think that well, first I'm thinking now that this game was a perfect candidate for our overshadowed or underrated episode, and we didn't use it, so hindsight is 2020. But I like that the biggest difference in that game, like the game utilized the mechanics of a good Devil May Cry game, but made it so you could swap weapons without having to manipulate an interface. You just hold L2 or R2. You don't have to press up, down, left, or right and swap your entire move set. You could do it on the fly in a combo. They didn't really keep that as much, but still five was great.
5 was basically what Devil May Cry 4 was supposed to be, because Devil May Cry 4 is technically an incomplete game. That's why when you switch over to playing as Dante, you just play Nero's levels going backwards.
That is true. You fight all the same bosses again.
Yeah, and then
that's why that is.
Yeah,
Oh, I never knew that.
Devil May Cry 4 is incomplete. It's basically Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah.
I always thought that it kind of fit well because, like, in every Nero fight, like who's the first guy? Burial, I think the big fire guy.
Horse demon.
Yeah, fire
lion.
Horse dog thing. You whip his ass and he goes back to his little portal or whatever, and then he comes back out and immediately meets Dante. And he's like, what are the odds that there's two of them and they're both in the same spot? And basically every boss had a thing where like Nero kicks its ass and it runs away. And then it comes back and meets Dante.
And then Dante kicks his ass and then destroys its portal.
Dante fucking kills them.
Yeah.
That's also why Nero never got any like new weapons like Dante would when he defeated bosses, because the game was incomplete. They were supposed to implement Nero was actually supposed to get a full devil trigger in that game too.
Yeah.
But instead he just got the
Yamato.
But even though it's incomplete, I like that it was incomplete because it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
They made it work. They're like, well, shit, this isn't complete. But
it was Dante trying to catch up to Nero. That's what the premise of that game was.
And the funny thing is, like, the only actual boss that they all fight, but Nero actually does defeat, is one of the toads, Bale, or because Dante fights a different toad, Dagon.
Dagon, because he has the two. Mm-hmm. Dagon has the two danglers, and Bale has the one.
Exactly, yeah. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, Dante is the one who defeats all the bosses.
Yeah, like actually kills him.
Yeah, except Sanctus. That's on Nero right there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Devil May Cry 5 is the perfected Devil May Cry 3 and 4, because it implements it uses the core standard that Devil May Cry 3 started, and then it implemented like new things that Devil May Cry 4 started off, but completed and perfected what they were trying to do in 4 without the time constraints. Because remember, 5 had 10 years to freaking sit in the oven. And
they did. Yeah, they had a good amount of time.
Yeah.
Not to mention the combat is probably like the pinnacle of the franchise.
I love in those games how they so they'll add Virgil to it, and you'll get a cutscene at the beginning, you might get one at the end, but the whole game is like it's just the game. And they don't even make an effort to, like, they don't even try to like bullshit you. And you're like, oh, here's a whole, like, no, you're gonna do exactly what Nero and Dante did, but you're Virgil,
which is fine by me.
Yeah, I like it. Like,
I still think that he needs his own game, like at least a 3-parter. He needs his own 3-part game. But what the funny thing is, or not the funny thing, but the cool thing is that I like is that in Devil May Cry 3, when you first play as Virgil, they just gave the Virgil boss fights a red coat and named him Vante. Or that's what the fans call him, because they didn't have the time or the models, whatever, to implement an authentic Dante versus Virgil fight when you play as Virgil. But in Devil May Cry 5, the final boss that you fight, instead of being Virgil again, you actually fight Dante, and it's an epic fight.
Oh damn!
So in Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, when you go through the whole bases, whatever, but then you finally face Dante, and then you get that special cutscene ending if you kick ass.
Mm-hmm.
If you do the goods.
If you do the goods.
Do the goods.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was Devil May Cry and the Dynasty Warriors basically they did come out around relatively the same time, and so they were the ones who popularized the hack and slash genre. Devil May Cry for sure because of all the flashiness, and then Dynasty Warriors with the one versus thousands. But that's
Another
where
trope,
Yep.
Devil May Cry that has been used a lot now, quite a days, is shift in music depending on how you're playing.
oh yeah, that started off with the
Uh,
that actually started off with the DMC remake.
Yeah, I kind
yeah,
of figured as
and
much.
it yeah, unlike four, where it's just dan, 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 all the fucking time.
Every character gets a song. It's like this song was cool the first 8 times.
Yeah, and then in five you get to choose which soundtracks you could play from the entire series.
Yeah,
Nice.
and it also like the way the music kind of creeps in as your combo gets better and better
Yep.
instead of just kind of hitting all of it at once. I think it makes it more tolerable.
Yeah,
And
and
the
it
Devil
gets
Trigger song is great, but like anything 1,000 times sucks
yeah.
in a row, not in your lifetime. Anything 1,000 times in a row.
Yeah.
All right. But what about Brawlers? Was like something you guys think is like the
Splatterhouse.
staple?
Splatterhouse is underrated as fuck. That game was
Hmm.
good. I wanted more of that. It just wasn't a very popular franchise. It was a big thing for the Turbo Graphics system back in the day, and I think Splatterhouse 3 was on Super Nintendo, but it was kind of a system seller for Turbo Graphics, and I don't know. They made a remake of it for the PS3. I loved it, but it didn't go anywhere after that. And they had the guy who was the cat in Cat Dog do the voice of the mask. There's like
Wow.
the mask has a voice
Yeah.
and it's talking to you. He's like, "Fucking kill him," and it's the guy. It's Cat from Cat Dog. He's also Pete from like the Mickey Mouse cartoons. The big cat dude. A lot of cats. Noticing a cat pattern there.
It's funny because not many people know that Pete is a cat.
It's the yeah. I
It's
guess
because his ears are way too small. They think that he's like just another type of dog because he's with Goofy all the time.
But isn't like the title called Pete the Cat?
I don't know.
I
I don't know if he got his own show.
No,
think
but
so.
he
Yeah, I
was
thought
in
it was
he
called.
was in the Goofy show with Goofy
I
all the
remember
time.
that. Yeah, but I
Yeah,
could have
And
sworn it was called Pete the Cat or something like that.
I don't know, you had to look that one up.
he
Hmm.
was a supplemental character in a lot
Yeah.
of Disney stuff.
He was always freaking he was a Fred Flintstone to Goofy's Barney Rubble.
Basically,
Pretty
yeah.
much.
Really, I want to see more 3D brawlers.
Dude,
Um,
they're just not that many nowadays.
for real,
Or
some of them.
they're combined with something else. Like with Sleeping Dogs, it was combined with a sandbox GTA style.
I think it was the oversaturation of the market with like the Infinity War saga of Avengers. Like almost every single one of those movies got a shitty brawler attached to it. Um, the Bionic Commando reboot. I'd say it's a reboot. It's not really a remake. That was weird on PS3. Probably didn't do very well. Um, I don't know. It just seems like something like, oh, we got this license. Let's slap it on this thing and fucking send it. And that's what brawlers were for a while. Some of them were good, but I guess people just, I don't know, didn't use the genre properly, and now it's associated with lower quality video games
Yeah,
like Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer for the Xbox.
yeah. Or you have the isometric beat 'em ups, Avenger games. You know, the first ones were good, but now the latest one
There's a
really
new one
tanked.
coming out. Honestly,
Yeah,
the side-scrolling brawlers of
yeah.
I forgot what it
I,
was called.
I forgot what it's called too, but it looks promising.
Oh, something that could have been good was the Avengers game for the PS4.
I
I
remember that one. Hmm.
I am a genius, and I bought it physically. Like, oh, I have
Yeah,
a dusty ass
it's,
Avengers case.
it's been delisted.
Oh, really? Like you
Yeah,
can't buy it at all?
I mean,
It
I
was
think
Concord before Concord.
yeah, basically.
Maybe it'll be something rare because I have a physical copy.
Yeah, if you have a
Oh.
physical copy, you probably might have one of the few left. All I know is that that game had everything on its side, and somehow it still sucked. Like
Yeah,
it had the budget, it had the marketing, it had the IP, it had the gameplay, it had everything, and then somehow it sucked because it turned into a gotcha game.
Yeah, it could have been cool,
Wow.
but they leaned
They got
way
greedy.
too hard in the live service department.
Yeah. Like, hey kids, I know
You
you
know,
just spent $70 on this, but how about another 20 so you can get the season pass?
Or you can get Captain Puerto Rico's shield.
now that you guys mentioned it, there was it was isometric kind of, but it was a PS2 beat 'em up brawler kind of style of the Justice League. Justice League Heroes, it was called.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That one was a good one. Ron Perlman was the voice of Batman.
Yes, he was.
Interesting.
He's on
Yeah.
he's on Batman and Hellboy.
Yep. But because this was before freaking microtransactions and gotchas and all that stuff, but
I don't know.
you were able to unlock different costumes
Yeah,
for
I
each of the
remember.
characters, and they gave different buffs to to each of the characters. Like there was buffs and debuffs based on the
Yeah,
costume, but
yeah.
it a lot of the times like the debuffs were so minuscule that it didn't really have to matter. It's just so long as you play as
Yeah, and
it was
they were
outfit.
pretty non-threatening. Like cooldown would be a little longer for a
Yeah,
move,
and then one of
or movement would go down 2%. It's nothing crazy, nothing too
nothing
crazy.
noticeable, but so the developers said like these are the buffs and debuffs of your costumes, but it's gonna be so negligible that it's not gonna matter. Just pick
Hmm.
what costume you want to wear while you play, and there you go. And one
Yeah,
of my favorite costumes to play for Batman was the freaking Batman Beyond outfit.
I remember that one. Yeah,
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't you?
yeah.
That's the
And then Superman had the Golden Sun outfit, which was really cool, which
Yep.
gave him unlimited heat vision. And then Flash had the Reverse Flash outfit, which every move that he did, like every combo he did, he would do it, but it would be in reverse. Like his speed combo, he would run around, but in the opposite way. If you were the reverse one, it would be the counterclockwise or whatever. Like if he did his tornado.
Yeah.
And then Wonder Woman had a really cool one. It was called the Themyscira something, and it was basically like a garb that somebody wears like for a ceremony, but it gave her the ability to like summon something, or like you did like a really insane hit with it, and it was really popular. I remember people used to play as her a lot because of that. Plus, it looked good on her.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't like about that game is that there were levels that were limited to certain characters.
Yeah, like certain levels can only be played by certain characters.
Granted, it made
Um,
sense because a lot of those levels were like where you had to fly around, so you were
yeah,
only
like anything in the air or in space or underwater. Like
yeah,
there was an underwater level where you could only play as Aquaman. Aquaman was really well represented in that game. Like he wasn't a punk like they always have him be in when they're making fun of them. Like he was really good in that game. But yeah, as far as beat 'em up goes, there's just not that many nowadays, which is sad because they're good games to like play that don't require a whole lot of skill, but they're entertaining.
they're
Pick
easy
up
There's
and
a
play.
lot of beat 'em ups out there.
they're
Like what?
I'm
accessible to
talking
new
about now,
players.
man. I'm talking about like right now. Like, can you
Currently.
think of a beat 'em up that's come out recently, like in the last 2 years?
That's not a remake
Because I can think
or
of
a
at least 3
re-release or something.
slashers that have come out in the last 3 years, but not beat 'em ups.
Okay. Elden Ring.
Oh,
God
my.
damn it. We almost made it. We almost made it.
We
One
almost
episode.
made it.
Where's
And
the
I had
where's
to
the
ruin
Elden
it.
Where's the Elden Ring jar, John? That thing should be full by now.
It is full. I can't lift
It's
it and bring it.
overflowing.
Ironically, I can't pick it up and take it to the Coinstar. So it's just there.
Hey, they take 20% off the top, man. They're not worth it anymore.
Yeah, but at a certain point, it's like, what is 20% compared to all this?
Hey, 20% out of $100 is still $20.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't want to
true.
lose that. I don't want to lose that.
So unless anyone has anything they wanted to add about brawlers, hack and slashes, and beat 'em ups and stuff, Matt, do you have a final segment?
No, I
Yeah,
didn't make one.
You didn't make one?
What's your
I
top
didn't make
five?
one.
What's your top five, Matt?
I gotta wait for Kyle, okay? I gotta wait for Kyle.
He likes to make Kyle mad. Oh yeah,
I
Kyle went on a camping trip, and he was supposed to get back tomorrow, but he got back like 5 minutes before we
Today?
started recording. Yeah, and he's like, I can't. I have things. So
Yeah,
that's
he's
why
like,
you
I
guys
have
are both
things to
Kyle.
do.
Omar, you're Kyle.
Yeah,
Tell
my
him
You're the
that.
Kyle for
Tell Matt to
today.
go fuck himself.
Matt, go fuck
You're
yourself.
Stan. I'm Kyle. It's Kyle.
Tell Matt that everything he likes is dumb. As he says it, though. Don't just blanket it. Like, oh, I really like this game, and you're gonna be like, that's dumb.
Yep.
We need that element. But well, I guess for a final segment, I don't have anything really fun planned or anything, but I would like to ask your guys' opinions and how or when you handle your backlog of video games. This year I've done a lot of and I'm not always focused on the backlog. There's something that will inspire me to start doing it. And this year I've gone pretty deep. I did Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3. I beat 4 Metroids. I beat Metal Gear yesterday. I did Kingdom Hearts, the first one earlier. So I never actually finished the first Kingdom Hearts. So I went back and I was broke and I couldn't pay my internet bill. And I looked at my shelf and I'm like, I never beat Kingdom Hearts, and I beat it and I loved it. Do you guys have a backlog? What's in it? And what is your, yeah, you're laughing. You're laughing.
I have a small store worth of backlog.
Do we have a backlog?
What if you think like okay, I'm gonna start attacking my backlog, what are some things that are in it and where do you start?
I just kind of start anywhere. I just take a dart, throw it against the wall, and like, all right, we're gonna do that.
I'm like, all right, that game's got a hole in it now, so we're not doing that one.
No, but like, no, it just depends on like what I'm playing. For example, I went back to playing Persona 5 because I really like turn-based RPGs.
Have you beaten it?
No, that's why
Okay.
that's why I went back to it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna play this game. I'm gonna beat it because I want to play a turn-based RPG. Or like, let's say I'm in the mood to play a first-person shooter, and instead of playing Doom, I will choose something else in my backlog. Or I'll like look at my library and like just kind of look and see what really grabs my attention. Like if I'm like playing like or let's say I'm playing like I'm spending a lot of time playing a bunch of horror games.
Horror games.
Yeah,
A lot
I
of
didn't know
horror.
there were
the
horror.
spooky,
I didn't know there
spooky-
were horror
the
games.
spookies. When I
Horror
play the
games.
spooky
horror.
games, I'm like, okay, I spent a lot of time playing this genre. Aside from playing fucking Souls games, like I always do, what is something else I can play?
Are you asking me?
And like, no, I'm
Oh.
just saying in general. Just in general, like instead of just playing like another Souls game, and to break away from like the current genre of that I'm playing, I'm like, oh, let's go play an action game, or let's do something that's more puzzle based or something.
Or Smash. You guys don't play Smash with me anymore, and I take it personally. Every day that goes by, I get a little bit more angry, and it's getting harder to keep it. I paid my shit. I have Smash. I have my controllers charged up for whenever you and Kyle, but nope, it never that day never comes.
It'll come soon.
It's fine.
Because
It's
online-
fine.
It's
No,
fine.
it's
Online
not.
Smash is the worst. Online Smash is the worst. The netcode is garbage.
Yeah, but it's still fun with your friends. Sometimes it lags in my favor.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's fun when I have the big one next to my guy.
It's fun when I'm winning.
As far as backlogs, I've given up even trying to go through the whole thing because I have Ultimate Pass for Xbox, so I basically have all the Xbox games available at any time. I just haven't gotten through any of it. Right now, the more recent backlog I have I still have Liza P that I haven't even opened.
Liza P is a game? Oh,
It's
no,
gonna
wait.
be free in 2 days,
I was
3
thinking
days.
It is
the
gonna
life
be free.
of-
It is gonna be free in 2 days. Yeah.
I was thinking of the Life of Pi.
The movie with
I
the
have-
guy and the
And
tiger
the
in
boat?
the boat.
Yeah.
I have the Final Fantasy collection, the pixelated one.
You gotta at least play 6 and 3. And 4.
I have Expedition 33 that I haven't opened either. What else?
God damn it, Ed.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
When I get a new video game, I can't wait to play it. That doesn't mean
Yeah,
I always
the
beat
thing
them.
is
Like-
that when I'm in the middle of a game, I will not split my time. I will not. I will dedicate my time only to that game. And right now, all my time is going to Crystal of Atlan. So until that game finally peaks and I'm bored of it, that's pretty much the dominant one right now.
I'm like that with books. I don't read two books at the same time.
Yeah,
I only read one book at a
it's like
time.
Ron
Mhm.
says, you don't half-ass two things, you whole-ass one thing.
Yep.
And I'm whole-assing Crystal of Atlan right now. Like, I'm like, it's right up there right now.
I don't
Right
think
up
that's what he
my ass.
meant.
I'm
Right
still
up my ass, man.
I'm still trying to get like my epic gear for that game too.
You and me both, man. The grind is real. The grind is real.
Yeah.
We still need to try to run that Queen Coronation one because I
Yeah.
can't beat her.
You got to get
And
your
the-
notification up to
and the
past
team-
5,000.
And the teams I keep getting paired with just suck ass. But yeah, I have a lot of my backlog. There's also the PlayStation Plus games because I get them. Even though I'm never going to play them, I still get them. As long as I have the subscription, why the hell not? And then Nintendo just loves making me rebuy crap over and over again.
Stop it.
What do you mean? Why?
Well, I rebought Metroid Prime. I rebought
Why?
the Mario collection, the one that comes with Odyssey, not Odyssey, Mario Sunshine, Mario 64, Mario Galaxy.
I would have let you borrow it.
Yes.
You got the GameCube one.
What else? Yeah, I'll rebuy those games that I've owned 50 times. I'll buy them again, like a dumbass.
I do that for like maybe 3 games. I did
Devil
that
May
with
Cry.
Yeah, Devil May Cry 3.
Yeah.
I did that with Devil May Cry 3 because I have it on the PS2, PS3, PS4, and my Switch. The Switch is the definitive version of Devil May Cry 3.
Can I say, I don't know if you've heard the story and if you've listened to one of our previous episodes, but me and Matt went to someone else's wedding together and we stayed at an Airbnb with a shitload of everybody's running around with chickens with their heads cut off. Nothing's organized. It's a big mess. Everyone's panicking. Me and Matt sat on the couch in the living room. I brought my Switch and we played Devil May Cry 3. It's surrounded by chaos. We have wireless controllers now. We played Devil May Cry 3 for we didn't beat it. We spent about 7.5 hours in the game, and
we didn't save it.
We forgot it doesn't autosave because it's a PS2 definitive version. It is because you could swap weapons without pausing the game. I think that's the difference.
You have access to all of Dante's weapons on the fly and all of his styles, whereas in the originals you could only pick 2 melee and 2 firearms, and then you could only pick one style, and then you had to go to a Goddess of Time statue in order to swap those out.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, well, it doesn't autosave. They did not add autosave. Because I turned it off, turned it back on.
Damn, that
made it really far in that game. And
why didn't you just suspend it? You could indefinitely suspend a game on the Switch.
I started playing Earthbound. In the morning. Like, I think I woke up before Matt did, and I started playing Earthbound. And then yeah.
No.
Oh well.
Because when I'm on the Switch, I don't think I ever close out a game. I just suspend it.
Normally, yeah.
Yeah, that's usually like the best practice because you don't have to worry about loading screens and whatnot. And I love that
you just got to make sure that you remember to charge it.
Well, that's why you have it on the dock.
I don't have my dock set up yet either.
I don't ever have it just laying around. It's always on the dock. So, and when I take it on the go, it's fully charged. So again, even here's the cool thing about the Switch. I don't know if you guys knew this. Even if the power dies on it, once you turn it back on, it will still be there because of the RAM in the console itself. It is capable of keeping that memory suspended. So
I don't have functioning Joy-Cons, so it has to stay docked. But I do have these 8-bit do.
I love
like
$40
Super Nintendo with the joysticks and the triggers. Yeah. It's fucking awesome.
I've been wanting to get the N64 one and the GameCube one, but they're hard to find. I
ordered one off Amazon, and it double charged me and sent me 2. But I was like looking at it, I was like, well, fuck it. I have to.
Yeah, no, they're good. They're good controllers. They're solid. They have really good sticks. And sadly, they don't have drift. Ironically.
Yeah. Not really, but it's great to play like the Final Fantasy Pixel Collection with.
Yeah. Well, with one of those, yeah.
One-handed. I like to play turn-based RPGs one-handed, ones that aren't like 3D.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because, I mean, if you hold it from the side, you can play one-handed with that controller.
Yeah.
But
what about you, Omar? What's in your backlog right now?
I think we interrupted him.
Yeah, I was gonna say the other game that I double dip all the time is Symphony of the Night. because I have that on my PS1. I had that on my PSP. I got that on my cell phone. I got that on my PS4/5. I'm just waiting for it to be released on the Switch, if it ever does.
That's not double dipping. That's like
that's
just
collecting all the stones.
that's
Yeah.
just like jamming your French
Omar's
fry
gonna get a
over and over
gauntlet.
again.
Omar's gonna get a gauntlet, and then he's gonna put each of the games on a slot right there, and he's gonna like
It's just
snap
the
his finger.
same. It's the same two games, just with in multiple slots.
Yeah, why not? I mean, what's the? Oh no, the Mega Man Zero games.
Yeah, that's a game I've owned multiple times.
Yeah, I have it. I have the originals on the Game Boy Advance still. I have the DS collection, and then now I have it on my Switch and on my PS4/5.
Yeah, but what's in your backlog, Omar?
I don't even fucking remember anymore, to be honest. Because
You just buy the game.
I only buy games that I actually want, and I usually try to get the physical copy.
Yeah, same here.
But if it's like on my PlayStation Plus, it's one. If it's a game that I've been wanting to play, like I just go for it. Like right now, freaking July, it was perfect because I've been wanting to get the Dragon Age in the Dragon Age 4 game.
Mm-hmm.
Which one, Veilguard or Inquisition?
Veilguard.
Hmm.
That's the latest one, and it was available for PlayStation Plus. So I started playing it, but I haven't gotten to it yet. Because for me, my main focus on backlogs is usually RPG style games where I get to create my character. And so Skyrim, Kingdoms of Alamur, Dragon's Dogma, Dragon Age. I like creating my character, so that's usually the focus of what's in my backlog right now. If it's not those types of RPG style games, it's going to be Dynasty Warrior style games or Metroidvania style games. Because mostly Metrovania, I play that on my Switch because those are games that I could easily play on the go.
Yeah, Metroidvanias are the best for handhelds. They're the best for handhelds.
And then for like the other big name games, I usually reserve that for my console, for my PlayStation. But as for what's in my backlog or how I tackle them, I can't tell you because there's no process. Because if I'm not working,
it's all chaos.
if I'm not working 6 days a week for 12 hours, splitting whatever free time I have with hanging out with some friends or building model kits or trying to read or trying to write or just trying to watch some movies while trying to do one or the other. So if I'm not using my console, I have the TV on with some anime or some TV show. I'm on my Switch or I'm on my tablet writing or I'm building a model kit. So I'm all over the place. There's no real method to how I tackle games.
There's no method to his madness.
If I have an itch to play something, I'll play it. Because lately I've been on a Skyrim on my Switch binge for quite some time.
See, John, everybody loves Skyrim.
I didn't say everybody didn't.
I can take it or leave it.
I said chill. I just said chill the fuck out about it. Like,
see, though, like the funny thing is that
Skyrim, I do need to chill on it.
With Skyrim, I bought it when it first came out on the PS3. I didn't really play it that much. I got it for the PS4, and it was what I played when I was recovering from back surgery. And then, since I went back to work, I was working a lot, so I can't sit down and play on the console too much. So I ended up getting it on my Switch last Black Friday when it was on sale.
Nice.
And since it was easily accessible and I could take it with me wherever, I started playing it on the Switch, and that's the most I've ever played it. I've been playing it since I bought it last year. I'm already fucking maxed out on a shit ton of my skills, my smithing levels. I haven't gone legendary. I didn't switch over to legendary on my skills yet.
Switch needs to do achievements or trophies because it's being wasted on that, especially on those games. Frankly, I'm mad that they still haven't ported Fallout to the Switch.
I know, right?
You think that would have been one they would, especially Vegas and 3?
Fallout 3 was the only one that actually did finish to the end. I played New Vegas for a little bit because I rented it from Blockbuster.
Yeah,
I didn't have enough time to play it.
Yeah, I love those games. Yeah. 3 was still my favorite though. I like Vegas, but 3 is still my favorite.
I like New Vegas better because it takes place in Vegas or Nevada, so it's mostly desert, and I feel like that fits the post-apocalyptic thing a whole lot better.
It's not Mad Max, although that would be a good game.
Mad
Frankly, the
Max
fact
is a
that
great game.
the fact that they still haven't added vehicles to Fallout games is kind of insulting. Like we have to walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Fuck
Yeah.
Skyrim
you.
has freaking horses.
We have power armors, but we can't have a car. Come on.
Well,
Yeah,
I
but you
think
can
it's 'cause
fast travel.
At least a
the-
vertibird. Can I at least get a vertibird? That'd be
Uh,
cool.
flying stuff would work, but like the roads are so fucked up. The best
You
way
can
to
fly. You can fly
Yeah.
in Fallout 4. You can fly.
No,
forward.
what they need, they should give you guys the motorcycle, like little dirt bikes or doom buggies.
yeah.
A Doom buggy would be cool, especially in New Vegas.
Yeah, and it will help you
To
carry some of your crap too.
Yes,
It'll
because
give you inventory slot.
I get encumbered too much in that game. Even with my strength maxed out, I still end up getting encumbered.
Mods.
No, I don't like playing with mods. I played them with mods. They're not as fun with mods. Actually,
it depends.
actually,
It
that's
depends.
not true. That's not true. They are fun.
Yeah, it all depends. Like I always say, beat a game how it's intended to be played.
Yeah,
And then have fun.
and
with
then do the mods. Yeah, I did that with 4, and I started playing it with mods where like freaking a Deathclaw can turn into a freaking Yogi Bear.
Those are the fun ones when they turn
Yeah.
into random shit. Right.
And then there's one where they give you modern weapons, like you can actually have an M16 or a Desert Eagle. And there's one where you can have the suit look like different suits from different franchises. Like there's an Iron Man one. I think you can have Iron Mongler and even like something to look like the Batman from the animated series, the one that you used to fight Bane in that animated one. The Batman. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
El
El Batman.
Batman.
But yeah.
One things I liked about the mods though, like in Skyrim, it saves a separate file
Yes.
that uses the mod.
I
So
like
that way
that.
you can have your unmodded file still active, so you can continue playing on as that character.
Because sometimes you can't forget to like turn off a mod. I've
Yeah.
done that.
And then
I've done
because with mods, you won't be able to unlock
progress certain
trophies or
stories,
achievements.
yeah. Or achieve, yeah. It locks the trophies and achievements when you do a mod. It even tells you activating this mod will lock your achievement and trophy.
Yeah,
I'm
so
like,
that's
oh,
why
well, you
like,
suck.
Skyrim gives you a separate save file with the
save
mods.
So you're not stuck.
Yep.
All right, John, what else you got?
I think that about wraps it up. It's been just over 2 hours for me, but I was kind of sitting around waiting on everybody,
Okay.
which is fine.
You're welcome.
My bad.
Thank you. Big thanks to the master of man parts.
God damn it. Yeah, bring it back.
I got off work late last night, so I was fucking tired.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's fine. Well, thank you for being here.
Yay!
Thank you, Ed, for gracing us with your presence. He messaged me like, "Hey, what time?" And I was like, "Literally now."
You caught me at a good time.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, it's slow at work right now, isn't it?
Oh no, I'm the only one at the office. I'm just messing around with some of the stuff on my desk.
Why are you at the office then? Oh yeah, it's Saturday today.
He went to the office so he could record without being disturbed.
That's just
Like
that was just a happy coincidence. No, I came here actually for this. Here, you guys can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Your fucking Hot Wheels collection?
Well, I think we're approaching the end of this, unless someone has something insightful, funny, or controversial they want to throw in at the end.
I have something insightful.
What's that?
This is actually going back to some of the episodes that I was listening to your guys' Gameacologist, and that's that Master Chief is the best, and no matter what anybody says, they're all lies.
Still not. That's
Is
funny.
a fact.
The moon is made of fucking gack from the 90s.
Cheese. Made out of cheese.
I want some cheese.
All I know is that I was listening to you guys' episodes earlier today. Funny.
The YouTube stuff. I've been just
funny.
dumping all of our episodes on YouTube
I
because
saw.
I was way behind. Those take like an hour and a half to turn into videos.
Yeah.
That's all I've been doing. I have another one I'm going to post after
And
this.
considering that your guys' episodes are like an hour and 45 minutes each.
Yeah.
It takes
and
a
how long
while.
are our episodes, Ed?
About 50 minutes.
I've been keeping it in that sweet spot between 45 minutes to an hour. but they've been doing pretty good. We've been doing pretty good about keeping it a decent amount of time.
Well, anyway, be excellent to each other. Everybody say bye.
Bye bye.
I'm gonna cut Matt saying bye out. So Omar, do a really good bye.
Oh, good night, you guys. Make sure you stay.
It's daytime.
Matt.
It's nighttime for me. Make sure you drink some water, stay safe, eat plenty, and have a good one.